Hi guys, in this video I'm going to discuss about the difference between having clause and where clause in Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. So in my last video I discussed about group by clause. So there I wrote this all query. So let's see the differences between where clause and having clause. The first difference is where clause used with or without group by. So where clause we can use or with or without group by. So at here, if here somewhere you can find look at this point select this, and here I'm using where clause and here group by. So if I'm going to execute this query, so see at here it's no any error and getting some output. So at here next is select star from employee. So at here select debit number from, and here I'm going to give where or dpt number equal to tip. So I'm going to execute this query. So see at here it's working fine and getting some output. No any error. That means where clause we can use with or without group by. So this time not using any group by clause, and here I'm using group by clause. So where clause use with or without group by, but having clause could not use without group by. So having clause could not use without group by. Suppose if I'm going to execute this query, so it's getting some output, and here if I'm going to remove group by clause. So if I'm going to execute here, so at here I'm getting the error message invalid in having clause, or because it is not a contained in either aggregator function or group by. So this must be true. So either you can give at here aggregator function or group by clause. So it must be group by or aggregator function. So the first difference is where clause we can use with or without group by, but having clause could not use without group by. Now the next difference is where clause or select row before grouping. So at here this is the example. So where clause use row before grouping. So see at here or select, so first that select the columns, hereafter employee table, and here where debit number. So first that filter the records on the row, and thereafter after filtering the record that are doing the group by. And but having clause, so first that make the group, so make the group on some columns, and after making the group that filter the records. So this is the second difference. And third difference, where clause can't use aggregator function. So where clause you cannot use any aggregator function. So see at here having sum, and here select to this and employee, and here I'm using sum and salary. So at this point I'm using aggregator function. So aggregator function such as sum, max, mean, and average, count. So with where clause you cannot use any aggregator function. So if you execute this query, so at here I'm getting the error message and aggregator may not appear in where clause. So these are the things aggregator cannot allow with where clause. But with having clause you can use aggregator function like sum, max, mean, average, count. So if you execute or this query, so it's a working fine. So at least no any error. Now here after the fourth point, where clause impose condition on select statement with a single throw function. So where clause impose, so this is the where clause, and here, so where clause impose condition on select statement. So first that select, here after from, and here where. So DPT number, so if the DPT number 10, then or that filter the records here. So this is the condition. So it before the group by. So this is a before the group by here. But having clause, it's come or it gives or any condition after the group by. So this is the fourth or difference. Now the next important difference is, or fifth important difference is, so where clause, if you use where clause, so query performance gonna increase in if you compare with having clause, because at here for performance, so where DPT number 10, so first that filter the records here. So suppose at here I'm going to use MP, and here, so first DPT number equal to 10, so 10, that means first filter the records. So if you at here execute this query, so where clause at here, so where clause select, so first that select the column, hereafter employee, and where DP number equal to 10. So here, so first DP number 10, so at here one row and or two row, and here one more three row. So that filter the row, so first three row only, or that select. Okay, so first that select three row, and hereafter that make the group on the only a three row, because at here 10 only three times, so that it's only doing the operation with the three row, so that definitely the performance gonna increase. But if you if you are using having clause, so first that select, so at here this is a column, and hereafter from, so first that make the group. So first that make the group in 10 at one place, and next that make 20 at one place, and 30 in one group. So 10 one group, 20 one group, 13 one group. So first that make the group, and hereafter that filter. So after making the group 10, 20, 30, so here that check the condition 20 equal to 20. Then that the output come only 20, DPT number 20 records. So at your first that make the 10 group, 20 group, 30 group. So definitely at the time of making the group, it takes times as well as memory. And if you have huge records in the table, so definitely the performance gonna decrease if you're using having clause. So this is the important interview question. So which is give best performance, where clause or having clause. So at here where clause, because where clause make filter the records before the group, and here having clause after. So this is the reason you can give this example. So 10 in one group, so if you are using group by, so that make at here having clause, so that make first 10 in one group, 20 in one group, 30 in one group. After that filter. So if you are using a where clause, so DPT number 10, so only that make the group on 10. Okay, or filter the record 10, and hereafter group by. So with 10 only that do the sum and here count whatever things that do. So this is the important interview question, the differences between having clause and where clause in Microsoft SQL Server. So I hope guys this video is helpful for you. So if you have any doubt related to this video, leave a comment, definitely I will reply. So thanks for watching, see you next video. Thank you.